Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Alecia, and today we are going to Books A Million to see what new books they've got in. I've got a couple books on my mind that I'm thinking of looking for, but other than that, I just got out of a reading slump and I'm in the mood to add some new books to my TBR cart because it's looking a little slim. And I gotta be honest, I'm not gravitating heavily towards any of the ones on my TBR cart right now. So I figured let's do a little refresh. Let's go into Books A Million and let's see if we can find some new books to take home with us today. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video, and let's head in. Hey guys, we are back in the car and I have my little haul. So let's get into what books I bought. And I will say, going in there were quite a few books that I had my eye on. Real quick, I wanted to tell you guys some of the ones that I want to add to my TBR so badly, but I just am not made of money. So the ones that really caught my eye in there today were, and this one continues to catch my eye, and at some point I'm going to buy this book, but I keep going back and forth on it. It's Polybus? I feel like I'm saying the word wrong, but I'll put the picture of it up here. And it seems like it's so there's this like new arcade game that comes into this town in the 80s, and all these weird things start happening around town, and she thinks it has to do with the game. And I just think that sounds like such a cool premise. Like, I love an 80s Stranger Things vibes, like mystery, sci-fi type of thing. So I am so interested in that. And then also Hail Mary, which is a sci-fi book that I keep hearing good things about. I'm so interested in trying that one out too, of reading that one, but I just don't know. I hate having too many books on my TBR. I know for some people that's fine, but for me it's really overwhelming. So I just really like to actually get through my actual physical books rather than have like this mountain of books that I can't get to, because I'm also like, there's so many books on Kindle Unlimited, you know what I mean, that I also want to get to. So I'm just like, that just seems so overwhelming to me. So I'd rather keep my TBR a little bit smaller. I did get some books, don't worry. Okay, and also you guys, please leave in the comments. I am looking for a new fantasy romantasy. Sorry, I shouldn't say fantasy, because hear me out. Let me just say this now. I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but I did not like the Cruel Prince series. Literally every person I talked to that loved ACOTAR, they also give the Cruel Prince the highest praise. I absolutely loved ACOTAR. It is my favorite book series ever, but the Cruel Prince, hated. I read the entire freaking series, you guys. I read the entire Cruel Prince series and I regret it so hardcore because it was so boring. Didn't make any sense to me. I didn't like any of the characters. I absolutely hated that book. The whole series, I hated it. I wanted to like it so hardcore because everyone that I talked to in real life that was like, oh, you love ACOTAR? Check out The Cruel Prince. And I was like, okay. And I kept waiting for it to get good and it never did. So anyways, all that to say, I'm looking for a new romantasy series to read because I am in dire need of some good romantasy. I want fantasy, I want romance, and I want it to be enemies to lovers if possible. But I don't know. And I'm having such a hard time finding a new series to start. But now that the fall air has started to kick in, like it's finally under 80 degrees today in Tennessee. And I'm like, I think we're feeling some fantasy. So, and I feel like a lot of fantasy covers, tell me if I'm wrong, they kind of all look the same, so it's really hard to decipher like the difference between them all. And also the backs of them are always so hard to read. I wouldn't have even started ACOTAR if my sister hadn't been like, you have to read this book, because it just sounded too like out there for me. I was like, I don't know, like it sounds weird. I don't know about this. So anyways, I'm just trying to say I'm really looking for a new fantasy series to start. So please give me your recommendations in the comments, because I feel like I am still kind of new to the fantasy genre. I'm definitely more of a romance thriller. Like those are definitely the books I read the most of, but I really, really want to start a new fantasy series for this fall. So please, please, please let me know in the comments if you guys have any recs. Okay, moving on. Here's what you're all waiting for, the haul. Okay, first up, let me get the receipt out of the book. First up, we have the book that I went in there looking for and actually didn't even realize exactly what it was. Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. And here's the thing, you guys. I did not realize, I'm like about to cry with happiness. I did not realize that this was a continuation of Better Than the Movies. I don't know why, but in my brain, I was like, oh, it's just another book similar to that, but it's like a different couple. No, this is literally the next book in that series. So, okay, in the first book, we follow Wes and Liz as they fall in love. And then this is them going off to college and something happens that kind of breaks them up. But then do they find their way back to each other? I'm so excited. I cannot tell you guys, like, the way that I want to go home and just like read this immediately, but I'm in the middle of Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy right now. Like, I'm literally halfway through that book and I'm like, do I just continue it or do I stop and read this entire book today? I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely leaning towards reading this entire book today, because when I tell you I ate up Better Than the Movies, Better Than the Movies has been the book that I cannot stop talking about since I read it. I literally can't stop talking about it. I want to tell everyone about it. It was so good. Anyways, okay, so there's this one, which will probably only make sense to you if you've read Better Than the Movies or if you know anything about it. But when I tell you the way that she writes is it's addicting in the way that Sarah J. Maas writes, but with strictly just romance, in my opinion. Like, I have not been wrapped up in a book like that since ACOTAR. Like, I can't think of the last book that I've been wrapped up in like that. So I'm just, all the highest praises from me towards Lynn Painter. Okay, next up is a fall read, because I'm planning to do a like fall reading vlog, reading fall books to get me in the autumn cozy, I don't know what it'll be called, but something to that effect. And I have a couple books I'm thinking of already, but I found this book and I was like, this is perfect for it. And I read the back and it sounds so fun and cutesy and romantic. And I think I'll love it. So it's Fall I Want, hilarious, love that. And I love these edges. It's literally so cute. Love is brewing in Cozy Creek, where falling leaves lead to falling in love. I'm just gonna read you guys the like tiny description of it because I don't want to bore you guys. If you don't care. But Fall I Want is a feel-good, spicy, small-town romantic comedy with a billionaire who falls first and harder. Grab a pumpkin spice latte, a warm fuzzy blanket, and make your way down to Cozy Creek. I cannot wait to literally grab a pumpkin spice latte from my favorite local coffee shop, come home, curl up with a blankie, and read this. I absolutely cannot wait. I want to do it immediately. So yay, I'm so excited. So we got 2 romances, which wasn't what I was thinking I was going to go in there and get. I thought I definitely wanted to get the Nothing Like the Movies. I think I'm also going to in the future get more Lynn Painter books as well, because there's the Do-Over and there's one more book by her too, but they're not following the same couple from Better Than the Movie. So I was like, I'm gonna wait on those just because I don't think I'll get to them within the next month or two. And I'm like, I can always buy them later. So yeah. Okay. So that is the haul. Sorry it wasn't too many books, but your girl is tightening the purse strings. Sorry. So I couldn't do like a crazy haul. I'm hoping that towards the end of the year, once I've gotten through most of my TBR, because I have a goal of 100 books read by the end of the year. And I'm thinking once I hit that goal, I'm gonna allow myself, like for reading 100 books, I'm gonna allow myself like $100 book spree where I can just buy, oh my God, a part of my brain was like, or do I buy 100 books? And I'm like, girl, the difference between spending $100 on books and buying 100 books, astronomically different. And in my head, I'm like, but is it though? Like, it wouldn't be that expensive, would it? But I'm like, yes, it would. You cannot do that. Okay, I shouldn't even be thinking about that. Okay, yeah. So don't forget, leave your fantasy romance, leave your romantasy recs in the comments, please, and any other recs that you have for fall. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely give this video a like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.